Joy Guru Hankara. Today's story of Mahapurush Srimanta Shankardev is from the court of King Narnarayan.
There are many stories that revolve around praising this social reformer, poet, writer, a philosopher, an actor, musician, instrumentalist, designer, and sculptor. A versatile genius was he. During his period, the northeastern part of India was overshadowed with various prejudices and performed animal sacrifices, even human sacrifices, under the influence of Tantrism, Shaktism, and Shaivism. However, Shankardev, with his tireless effort, was successful in removing them through his Ekhoron Nam Dharma, which is a modified form of Vaishnavism. Ekhoron Nam Dharma means religion of worshipping only one God, Lord Krishna. It is devoid of elaborate rituals and is a casteless and classless religion. Later, people were very much pleased to accept his Ekhoron Nam Dharma. Naturally, a section of Brahmin priests were against this religion. While Shankardev was preaching in Koch Kingdom, the Brahmins complained to the Koch king Maharaj Narnarayan. King Narnarayan, being a pious man, ordered to bring Shankardev before him. On the day of his visit, Brahmin Pandits requested the king not to make any sitting arrangement for Shankardev so that he is humiliated in the court. When Shankardev entered the court, the king was charmed by his tall and entrancing personality, and he instinctively stood up with respect. At this, all the members of the royal court stood up, including the Brahmin priests. Shankardev approached the king singing a self-composed totoi in Sanskrit, and the king asked him to climb up the stairs to the throne enchanted by his melodicity.
Madhudana Badarana Devavaram Varabari Jaluchana Chakradharam.
The king ordered to make a sitting arrangement near him, which was then laid by Shankardev's own disciple. Allowing to sit near the throne in itself spoke how much the king respected Shankardev. The king requested Shankardev to explain the meaning of what he sang. At this, Shankardev requested the priests to explain, but the priests were unable to explain. So he very elaborately explained the meaning, and the king was even more impressed. The king then asked the priests to raise their objections against Shankardev. One of the Brahmins objected that Shankardev does not follow the Vedas and the Puranas. Shankardev replied that the allegations are not true at all. He accepted Ekhoron from Gita. In Gita, Sri Krishna, an incarnation of Lord Vishnu himself said,
I am the supreme of all the gods, and everyone should surrender before me.
He also accepted the 9 paths of devotion to God, and out of them Shravana and Kirtana, that is listening and chanting Lord Krishna's name and deeds, is the most ideal path of devotion. The king was contented by his reply. Next day, the Brahmin priests blessed the king that his fame and glory be like that of a full moon. But Shankardev instead blessed the king to be the second night of the new moon. Immediately, one of the Brahmins snapped that Shankardev cursed the king that his fame and glory subside. Shankardev calmly responded that his blessing has been misinterpreted. He justified that the full moon is a matter of one night only. The brightness of the moon will only reduce from the next day. But in case of new moon, the brightness will only increase, and so will the king's fame and glory. The following day, the Pandits in the court admitted their poor knowledge in Shastras and Sanskrit and requested the king to invite Sanskrit Pandits from outside the kingdom to debate with Shankardev. The king reluctantly agreed and invited scholars and Pandits from Varanasi and other places. But nobody could defeat him in any debates, and they all left praising Shankardev's vast knowledge. The king brimmed with pride to have a renowned scholar and Pandit like Shankardev in his kingdom. At the request of the king, Shankardev arranged weaving of the famous Vrindavani Vastra, 180 feet by 90 feet long cloth which illustrates childhood activities of Lord Krishna. He also composed Gunamala, the abridged version of Bhagavad Purana, within one night as a challenge accepted at the king's court. This small booklet, the size even smaller than a palm, was put in an earthen pot and metaphorically he called it Hati Mari Bhurukat Bhurua, meaning an elephant squeezed inside a small earthen pot. During this period, Shankardev got full support from the king in preaching his motto and in composing epics in Assamese. That was the golden era for development of Assamese literature and culture. Let the glory of Shankardev be spread all over the world. Jai Guru Hankara.
परम परमार्थविदा अशुभनाशकरं मधुदानवदारण देववरं वरवारिजलोचन चक्रधर